Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shem Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash, and don't want to the apostles and others, great Muslims, salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I am Nawal Allah from Chemba, Chicago, and coming back with you with another lesson, alright? Just is going into some prophecy, right? And right now, what you see happening, what you're seeing on the news right now is you're hearing about tensions between the U.S. and Iran, right? So this is, things are escalating, right? Here you got Trump. Iran faces very traumatic moment if no deal struck over the next month. Let's go ahead and watch a video of this.
Following your meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu yesterday, has your thinking changed at all as it relates to these negotiations with Iran or the timeline with Iran?
We have to make a deal, otherwise it's going to be very traumatic. Very traumatic. I don't want that to happen, but we have to make a deal. They should have made a deal the first time, and they got Midnight Hammer instead. And this will be very traumatic for Iran if they don't make a deal. Look, if they don't make a deal, then it'll be a different story. But we had a very good meeting yesterday with Bibi Netanyahu, and he understands, but it's ultimately up to me. If the deal isn't a very fair deal and a very good deal with Iran, then it's going to be, I think, a very difficult time for them in the back. I guess over the next month, something like that. Yeah, shouldn't take. I mean, it should happen quickly. They should agree very quickly. Yeah. This is now taken it to a level that I think, Lee, that nobody ever thought he would.
Why does Prime Minister Netanyahu want you to stop negotiating with Iran?
He is, you're saying stop entertaining, stop talking to them? Didn't say that, we didn't discuss that. I'll talk to them as long as I like, and we'll see if we can get a deal with them, and if we can't, we'll have to go to phase two. Phase two will be very tough for them. I'm not looking for that. Just give a half an ounce of fuel. We have fuel for the next...
Now that the war is ending in Gaza and Israel, I wanted to ask, do you believe Bibi bears any responsibility for the security failures that we saw on October 7th?
Well, October 7th was a rough time, and I guess everybody's responsible, which you to look. But it was a terrible attack. It was a sneak attack. It was as violent as unfortunately, I've seen some of the results at levels that probably even you, good reporter, but probably you haven't seen. It was a horrible thing that took place. People were surprised. It was a surprise attack. Nobody saw that coming. He didn't see it coming. Nobody else would have seen it coming if they were in his position, I don't believe. But I can tell you he's been a very good wartime prime minister. He's been very strong. We've worked with him very well. We had tremendous success with Iran and everything else we've done. And he really has been. He's been, extraordinary as far as a wartime prime minister. Not easy. And, you have a president that refuses to give him a pardon. I think that man should be ashamed of himself. A pardon over this trial that's going on. The president of Israel, the primary power he's got is the power to give pardons, and he's not, he said he's given it 5 different times, but he doesn't want to do it because I guess he loses his power. I think the people of Israel should really shame him. He's disgraceful for not giving it. He should give it. But Bibi's been a great wartime prime minister, and I've been the best friend to Israel I think that they've ever had. A lot of people say beyond presidents that they've ever had, and we will continue to be. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Let's go.
Right, nonetheless, alright. The U.S. is basically about to strike Iran, alright, over some nuclear missile deal. Alright. Iran nuclear program. But nonetheless, all right, it goes ahead and plays a big part in prophecy because that is wars and rumors of wars that you're hearing on the news right now. All right, it says Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, and that's what you're hearing on the news. All right, tensions, escalations. All right, tensions between the U.S. and Iran. All right. You're hearing talks about the U.S. is preparing to strike Iran. All right. Going to war with Iran. All right. It says verse 7: "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All of these are the beginning of sorrows." and that's right. We're entering into the beginning of sorrows. All right. There's about to be class wars, all right, race wars, all right, civil war here in America, all right, wars overseas, all right. These are signs of the times that we're living in, that the Bible speaks of, show you that we are at the end, all right. We're at the end of an age. Or Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. That's what the Lord is preparing for man's judgment. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Cry and howl, Son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people, smite therefore upon the thigh. And yeah, because Esau knows that his time is up, right? He knows that he has but a short time, and right now he's about to come down with great wrath. All right, you see Esau getting exposed on the news, all that nasty and wicked shit that he has been doing behind closed doors. All right, since those files got released, all right, everybody's seeing Esau's shame. All right, all the other corruptible things that he has been doing. All right, with children and all that crap. and what that's also going according to prophecy. All right, where Esau is getting exposed. All right, the Lord is making Esau being made bare. All right, his wickedness is no longer being hidden. All right, it's being revealed. All right. But nonetheless, going according to prophecy, or Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And that's right. The third woe is coming quickly, as what you see on the news, all right, between the U.S. and Iran. Those tensions are really brewing right now. All right, Trump threatening Iran and things of that sort. A Kushner reported to a Trump nuclear deal with Iran difficult to impossible. Yeah. U.S. sending second aircraft carrier group to the Middle East, sources said. The Pentagon is sending a second aircraft carrier group, the USS Gerald Ford, to the Middle East, according to a senior administration official and 3 sources familiar with the matter. The move that puts pressure on Iran, even as President Donald Trump has said talks with Tehran will continue. Trump told reporters Friday that he's dispatching the second carrier group in case he is unable to reach a diplomatic agreement. In case we don't make a deal, we'll need it, he said, later adding to the ship would depart if diplomacy is successful. The Ford Carrier Strike Group, the U.S. most advanced, has been positioned in the Caribbean Sea for several months amid Trump campaign in Venezuela, which has included strikes on suspected drug boats in the Caribbean, culminating in a capture of Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro and Caracas. They will now, what the fuck? Now join the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Middle East region, expanding Trump's options for a potential strike on Iran. And that's what you're hearing on the news right now, all right? Wars and rumors of wars, all right? That's what you're reading, what is written in the Bible according to, prophecy. The move was first reported by the New York Times. So they're trying to make a deal, but here the hammer on the earth, all right, is causing a lot of problems, all right, for other countries, all right. Right now, all right, they're escalating tensions with Iran over some nuclear deal. But nonetheless, hope this lesson was edifying. Salakia, if I sound a little strange, I'm sick right now, under the weather. But yeah, hope this lesson was edifying, and shalom.